Hey guys, this is the original Dan Phelps. You probably know me, if you know me, from shooting from the hip of wrestling, which you can hear every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time at PWpop.com. If you don't know me, I also own the website, PWpop.com. So we've been around for about a year now, and we've been doing pretty good. Uh, we came off of a website called TWR Network, and that website was it was primarily a network of wrestling fans who decided to all start their own podcast individually, joining up and creating a 24/7 feed of wrestling podcasts. Jason Massey and Double A, who are all off doing their own things now, were the ones who started it, and things happened. The network kind of, those guys left. I took over and kind of go, you know what? I don't necessarily think that we need a feed anymore, and I shut it down. And shortly after that, I closed the website up and I started PWpop.com. To really the focus originally was for Paul. You know, it's like with TWR Network, all of the focus was on the shows, but with PW Pop, I thought, let's build this website in Paul Jordan's vision, with Paul Jordan's attitude, with Paul Jordan's personality, because I really think that Paul is he's he's the glue that holds everything together. He's the hardest working man in show business, you know. But with the idea of building that brand, PWpop.com, I took away the feed and I focused more on the site. You know, we kept Mixler going, we kept the live shows going, we developed a few shows. We got Respect the Mat, we got Wrestling Niche, we got Walkabout, the Pop and Lock feed's doing great, Our Bomb's doing great. We're still focused on the shows. We got some great partnerships, Minimum Wage Gaming, FTPW, and SR. You know, we got some nice stuff going on, and it's exciting. Everything's going really well. We had our first interview last week with Jeff Jarrett, and the growth has been steady. TWR was a different story. It seemed like with TWR, the big thing was like, what can we do next? And there were things, like we'd have days that were huge, but the problem was that you'd have one day that was huge, and then 3 months of nothing. And the thing with PW Pop is that it's let me show you. Okay, so if this was TWR, PW Pop has been this. Just a nice, steady growth. And on top of that, we didn't have all the, the arguing and the drama and the fighting and everything like that plagued TWR from the beginning. TWR was a great experiment, but just it was plagued from the start. So I focused. I made a brand. I made a philosophy on how to do this. We gave it a year to build, and because everything's been doing so well, I thought, you know what? What can I do? What can I do now? What's the next step for PW Pop? And the interviews, I think, is a big part of where we're going to go next. I think that more partnerships are going to happen. In fact, you heard one earlier, or maybe now, somewhere. 16-bit tunes, or 16-bit themes. I apologize. But I guess, I've wanted to give back a little bit. I thought there are things that the listeners have been asking for. So now that I'm in a situation where it makes sense, we have a brand built, we have all that. Maybe on June 13th, we hit the button and we start another 24/7 all professional wrestling podcast feed. So that's it. Next Saturday, actually, June 13th, it starts. We're going to be doing something special with me and Michael and Sean, a live show, all of us together. And then right after that, we're going to have, Respect the Mat with Greg, like normal, fixing my hair. Got to get ready for it. And then from that point forward, everything's going to be live on that feed. So all the live shows that you hear now on Mixlr are going to be transferred to that feed. All of the shows will then be broadcast in a playlist throughout the entire day, including the featured podcast that may not get live shows on our site. You'll still go to the same section of the site you go to now to listen to them. You will no longer need Mixlr, and we'll be on TuneIn Radio right off. Actually, we're kind of on TuneIn Radio right now. Just don't tell anybody because we're not completely set up yet. But yeah, we'll be on TuneIn Radio. You can listen to all the live shows there, and you're welcome. Hopefully it works out. And we'll see. If you guys like it and you guys keep supporting it, we'll keep doing it. That's the way it works. If you want it, we'll try to give it to you the best we can. So stay tuned. We're going to have more stuff, more announcements, more everything coming up. So it's an exciting time to be a member of the PWpop community. So thank you very much. I hope that announcement was satisfactory. And I'll see you Saturday on the feed. We're back in business.